Hi, third graders. Are you ready for your spelling test? Remember a couple of things. If I'm going too fast, just pause the video so that you can do your best spelling. And also, make sure you have your paper ready. There are 20 words. The last two are the advanced spelling words. So, are you ready? Okay, let's go. Number 1, throw. How far can you throw a baseball? Long O sound at the end of a word. Number 2, spray. I'll use the hose to spray water. Spray. Long A sound at the end of a word. Number 3, closing. I'm closing the door. Think about your base word and think about what you need to do to add the ing ending to close. Number 4, instead. I'll open the window instead of the door. Instead. 2 syllables. Take it one at a time. Number 5, Friday. Friday is the last day of the school week. What do you need to do when you have a name of the day of a week? Friday, A at the end of a word. Number 6, stayed. Her sister stayed home today. Stayed. What is your base word? And how are you going to add your ending? Number 7, grow. How tall will that plant grow? Grow. Long O sound at the end of a word. Number 8, sold. He sold his old toys and games. There was a little hint right in the middle of that sentence. Sold his old toys and games. But the word was sold. Number 9, starring. The movie is starring my favorite actor. Starring. Think about your root word. You have a vowel, then you have a consonant. What are you going to have to do to the consonant before you add ing to the end? Number 10, truth. She wants her children to tell the truth. There's that ooh sound in the middle of that word. How are we spelling it? For truth. Number 11, marked. I marked my backpack with a red pen. Marked. Remember, we first are going to think about that base word, mark. And when we add the ending, that makes it past tense. It may not sound like it, but it's the same ending that we normally use for a past tense word. Number 12, throat. Do you have a sore throat? Throat. Long O sound in the middle of a word. Number 13, states. There were projects about all 50 states. States. Number 14, along. My dog came along with me. We've talked about this word a lot, that what letter is going to spell the schwa sound that we hear at the beginning of the word and then long. Number 15, worth. My father's pictures are worth a lot to him. Worth. There are those different ways to spell the sound. Like in worth, this is one of the most unusual ways. Number 16, tail. Listen carefully since this is a homophone. The cat has a long tail. Tail. Number 17, fold. He helped his sister fold the blanket. Fold. Number 18, raised. She raised her test score by studying harder. Raised. Long A sound in the middle of the word. And now the 2 advanced spelling words. Number 19 is either. Some people say either. Either is correct. Some people can write with either hand, or some people can write with either hand. Number 20, present. He bought a present for his friend. Present. And those are all of your words for this week's test. Take a moment, maybe pause the video, go back and look at your answers. Make sure you've written all of the words as correctly as possible. And I'm about to share the key. So definitely pause here if you need to. Here we go. All right, let's grab my marker here. Throw, we had that long O sound at the end. Spray, the long A sound, which is spelled A-Y. Closing, we dropped the E here and added ing. Instead, we have this EA sound that makes the short eh sound. This is a short E sound. Friday, make sure that you capitalize the F for Friday. And we ended in the long A sound at the end of the word, spelled A-Y. Stayed, in our base word, we also have the AY, the long A sound. Remember that we can't double the Y because it is acting like a vowel in this case. We're just going to add the ED. Grow, long O sound at the end of a word is often OW. Sold, here's the word old. Hopefully when you heard that old, it gave you a hint. Starring, our base word is star. There's our vowel, there's our consonant. We need to double the vowel, double the consonant because it's a one-syllable word, and then add ing. Truth, oo, is made just with the U in this case. Marked, even though we hear it like a T, we're still going to end with the ED, marked. Throat, we have a long O sound in the middle of the word made by OA. First vowel does the talking. States, our base word is state. We're just going to add an S on the end. Along, the is what's making, the A is what's making the schwa sound, and then long. Worth, there's our sound that's very unusual when we make it with an OR. It happens in a lot of words, just not as many as the other three ways to do it. There we have gold, again with the old. And then, oops, I'm sorry, this word should be fold. It should be F-O-L-D. I'll have to fix that later. Fold. His sister helped him fold the blanket. And then we have raised. A, long A sound there, and then the ED at the end. Either or either, spelled the same way though. And present. He bought a present for his friend. Excellent. Pause there if that went too quickly. Make sure you've made the corrections you need to make in your spelling test, and make sure you watch again if you need to. In the meantime, I'll see you next week. Stay safe and stay well.